Can you hear me? Thanks for coming after the lunch break. How many have you guys been here last year? Oh, not that many. Well, if this is your first time, this is a great event. So today, I'm going to talk about the crypto massive adoption via blockchain payment rails and stablecoin. This is me. I'm the founding partner of Istari Ventures. We're actually an early-stage blockchain venture fund focusing in the crypto payments sector and infrastructure. Previously, I worked for kind of two large crypto companies. One is Coinbase, one is Circle. That's really helping us to shape the form of payments in the past while I was working at Circle leading the product development. So today, I'm going to share about some of my learnings, and also on the investment side, where we're seeing the crypto blockchain rail is being utilized. So if you think about how we transfer money in the past from point A to point B, so there are three legacy payment rails. One is the card network, ACH, and also bank wire transfers. So currently, actually all three of them can be replaced by blockchain entirely. Right? If you think about transfer money from A to B, now we can choose any blockchain. Of course, they need to have the capability to enable faster speed or transfer value. So let's say if that's the case for the future, what we have to do to bring the massive adoption from Web 2 to Web 3 is really to enable these people to be able to transfer from fiat currency into buying cryptocurrencies. Right? Currently, there are two types. One is like general tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or stablecoins. So the other one is actually NFTs. Right? A lot of people don't think NFT is really kind of like a cryptocurrency, but they actually host values. Right? Doesn't matter is art collectible NFTs or gaming NFTs. So if we're actually able to enable all the startups or new innovations to transfer value from fiat to cryptocurrencies, we can bring the mass adoption. Now, let's look at stablecoin. To me personally, I really believe stablecoin is one of the most innovative solutions in blockchain and crypto ecosystem. So let's actually go back to, let's say, the 90s or 2000s. That's where internet was innovated. My entire career is actually based in Silicon Valley. Right? Back then, you have the internet or browser initially was from Netscape, and then to Yahoo, and then to Google. And then later on, we see Facebook dominating the social network. Literally, it's connecting the world together. So now we're sitting in Singapore. We know people what they're doing, let's say in the US. Right? We can talk to people over there in real time. So moving forward, let's imagine a world that all the countries are actually launching their own stablecoin back to their local fiat currency. So that's really what we believe the future of internet, which is stablecoin becomes the internet of money. So where you can imagine a world where people around different countries can actually do foreign exchange more freely. Right? For a lot of countries, if they have high inflation rate, they can hold into a stablecoin backed by the US fiat currencies, and then freely without a lot of restrictions to move around the globe. So here are some data. We're seeing over 130 countries have a CBDC initiatives, right, which is a government-controlled or backed stablecoin. Currently, there are 11 countries already launched their stablecoin initiatives. Right, one of the stablecoin kind of guidelines we see out there is actually from Brazil. We actually think the government have been doing a very good job, has a very comprehensive guidelines to encourage private sectors to launch their stablecoin to help the country to be more, getting involved and participating into the new ecosystem. And here are a few countries that currently are launching their stablecoins or working on them. So really, in the next 10 years, we're going to see a whole lot of transformation in the financial sector. Here are a few kind of benefits why we're using blockchain. I think a lot of people probably are very familiar with faster speed or even the lower fee, right? So a lot of my friends are in crypto. They're like, I don't really sleep because I'm trading 24/7. It's actually become somehow pretty difficult for people who are working in the industry. But also you can see it provides basically the ecosystem that you can do instant transfer, no banking holidays. We can do this 24/7. Lower fee, on the other hand, is really a lot of, we see a lot of application out there. It's really reducing the transfer fee, let's say in cross-border remittance services use case, or even the card network. But currently, the legacy ones, let's say they're charging 3%. Eventually, I think we can really go down because there's really not a lot of cost of transfer money from blockchain, like on-chain transfer, except you might have to pay some gas fees. The last but not the least one is the programmability. I think a lot of people kind of sort of ignore that, maybe because we're so early into the blockchain ecosystem development. What I mean here, programmability, is really about smart contracts are able to allow a lot of developers to set up kind of different conditions to move money between wallets, right? So let's say you can set a condition saying, on a certain day, if my wallet is lower than 10,000, I'm going to move money, like let's say USDC, from 3 other wallets to here, either in a batch or gradually, whatever you want to set it, right? So in the traditional banking world, basically that's unrealistic, right? It's not really achievable. So what I'm saying is in the future, once we're enabling more blockchain infrastructure projects, more applications, we're actually going to see a lot of smart contracts are being in the play to move this blockchain ecosystem into more efficient, into better, like lower operational cost. Here is a big picture about all different kind of use cases we're actually seeing in the ecosystem. The companies on the left side, they're basically what we're seeing, the Web2 fintech unicorns. And now we're seeing on the right side, a lot of crypto startups are already coming into the place to challenging the traditional Web2 fintech companies. Right, you're seeing here, Coinbase is a Web3 version of Robinhood doing trading. MoonPay and Transact, they're basically in the space of B2B and peer-to-peer payments. And Circle actually has many product lines, but one of them is actually a payment API services, which, roughly the same as what Stripe is currently providing for Web2. And you're also seeing other companies here, like Request Finance is disrupting in the payroll and invoice vertical. Ripple has been around for a very long time, so they're coming in to replace MoneyGram and Western Union. And then one of actually our portfolio company called Keepo over there is doing lending and borrowing in Latin America using crypto liquidity pool. And then you're also seeing a bunch of crypto wallet, like a Lemon out of Argentina, is really replacing a lot of neobanks. And there's a company called Sardine is really into the KYC and AML space for crypto. Here are really a few really large logos, right? People are very aware of these companies. These are banks and enterprises are already in play of using crypto or blockchain technologies. I think we're very familiar. JP Morgan has a stablecoin been launched for several years. They're really innovative in terms of a bank, and they're really seeing the value and pushing forward. And you're also seeing like BlackRock, we're very familiar, their new ETF has recently just came out, brought a lot of enterprise attention and also institutions. So these are very encouraging signs, right? Large companies actually do want to push the boundary, want to be more innovative in the space. Here, I'm going to switch gear talking about emerging markets and how blockchain is benefiting in this region. I come from the US, so what we treat as emerging markets are Latin America, Southeast Asia, and also Africa. Right here is few data points of Latin America on the rapid growth of crypto, but also a significant numbers about their inflation rate. I'll give you kind of like contract number. In the US, inflation rate was about 2% last year. And this is a number of 2023, like 1 year data of Argentina. It's over 100%. So imagine a country, today you get paid with like $1, right? Next year, it's worth kind of like nothing. So that's one of the reasons that we see countries like Argentina or other countries in Latin America, there is a booming crypto startup ecosystem. Several founders actually told me, over the phone or in person, they're like, I got paid like 6 months later, my money doesn't really worth a lot of value anymore. So I really want to build a solution to not helping myself, but helping all the others, my friends and my family members. Latin America last year has over 51% of crypto adoption rate. Right? Basically means people within that country, half of them have transferred on blockchain. So basically made either cryptocurrency purchase or transfer from one wallet to another. So that number, I think in the current worldwide ecosystem, they have the highest adoption rate, right, in Latin America. And 1/3 of their consumers have actually transacted on stablecoin. Here, let me introduce you a couple of use cases we're seeing in Latin America. If you actually look at the number on the left, currently we have about 25% of the global population don't have a bank. However, in Latin America or even Southeast Asia, we're seeing that number is as high as 70%. Right? So the crypto blockchain solution for a country like US or maybe Europe, it's really like the vitamin solution. But if you think about Latin America, it's quite the painkiller solution for these countries and the residents in these regions. So two well-known use cases. One is cross-border remittance services. Right? Via blockchain, you can get nearly to 0% of fees. But if you use MoneyGram or Western Union, it's 10%. And the lemon at the bottom, which is a crypto wallet in Argentina, that has a massive market share. They're currently launching a Visa card you can use in actually regular stores via POS machine. So I think today I'm just going to stop here. Give you a takeaway that blockchain payment ecosystem is not really just to helping the current financial ecosystem to be faster, cheaper, more programmability, but also in a region like this, it's providing people with more financial inclusion to be more included into this worldwide financial system. So this is my talk today, and thank you everybody for coming. If you have any questions, this is my contact information, Telegram, and my email. Thank you everybody.